The Houston Humane Society now provides animal shelter services for the city of Stafford. We visited their shelter to learn more about the agreement and shine a light on all the HHS has to offer.
I'm here with Aaron Grady, the Director of Operations here at the Houston Humane Society. How you doing, Aaron?
Good.
Great. City of Stafford and the Houston Humane Society went into partnership May 22nd of this year, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. City of Stafford sought you guys out for a partnership to better take care of Stafford animals. What kind of services here at Houston Humane Society do you guys offer?
Yeah, so you can see right behind us, one of the main things is enrichment. So all of the dogs and cats that come into our care, they go through an enrichment program that goes through scent, socialization, as well as mental stimulation.
So basically an animal comes in from the city of Stafford. There's a certain hold period that the city of Stafford must maintain that animal into the system. When we drop that animal off, it automatically goes through a medical evaluation, correct?
Exactly. Yep.
Cool.
So we have vets on staff. Mm-hmm. We have a medical director as well as two other shelter staff members.
Cool. How many folks are in your medical department?
There's approximately
20 team members in there, checking the animals out, making sure that they're healthy and they're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. After that, that's when they come into the evaluation process?
Yeah, so once a pet comes in, they get worked up, so they get vaccines, and then we'll do a quick assessment as far as what their behavior is. Mm-hmm. And then if we deem them to need some more socialization or anything else like that, they'll come into the program.
Now, once again, I referenced the 5-day hold. We have to keep, the city of Stafford must maintain custody of these animals for 5 days. After that 5 days, that animal automatically gets rotated into the Houston Humane Society's system.
They get transferred into our system, and so that's going to be a live outcome for the city of Stafford.
Trap, neuter, and return. It's a big need in my community, and how can Houston Humane Society assist us with that?
So currently we provide $80 per service for feral cats.
Okay.
So you bring in a feral cat, it's $80. They get a spay and neuter surgery, they get the ear tip, and any other complications that may arise, they'll take care of that. Okay. And then they can be released back into the program.
So turnkey, $80 TNR here at Houston Humane Society. Yep. Mm-hmm. Great. Let's talk about live outcome of Stafford animals here at Houston Humane Society. If an animal is processed into the Houston Humane system, what's the outcome of that animal? What's his percentage of making it on the outside?
As far as 2024, we had a live release rate of 94%. Mm-hmm. Year to date, as in the end of May, we have a 95% live release rate. So whether they're being transferred, adopted, or other outcomes, we're really proud of that.
Let's talk about the 5% or 6% that didn't make it. Why?
The only reason why a pet is not having a live outcome is because there is a medical need, quality of life to humanely euthanize, and that goes for the same for behavior. If it's something that is a overt aggression, of course we have to make that difficult decision. But again, that's quality of life.
Yeah. And quality of life, and you can't turn over an animal to somebody that might hurt them.
Exactly.
There are a lot of questions about how do we find Stafford animals on the website. I know you're working on it, but can you give us some input on that?
Yeah, right now I would direct to anybody that may have had lost a pet, that may have come into our care from Stafford, to go to our adoptable dogs page or cats page, mm-hmm. and just look through. But we are working on to create a direct link, mm-hmm. to where any pet that comes in from Stafford can be identified and they can look through.
The Humane Society's #1 goal for any animal that enters its care is to get that animal matched with an adopter as quickly and safely as possible.
The biggest goal is to get it out, to get it back out, to get it adopted out, sent to a rescue, sent on transport out of state to another adopter, not in the Houston area. But with every animal that comes through our doors, the intention is to get it into a home.
What does the HHS bring to the Stafford community?
Oh, so not sure how it went in the past, but every animal that Stafford brings to us will have a chance, a 100% fair chance, to be evaluated medically, behaviorally, and to find their perfect home. These dogs will be mixed in with our regular population of animals that we have here. They'll be marketed just like any other animal that comes through our doors. They're going to find them a home as soon as possible.
What made y'all want to get into this agreement and into business with Stafford?
There's such a need in the Houston area, in the Houston metro area, just the millions of homeless pets that roam the streets. And if we can help out an up-and-coming growing city, it's good for both parties. Our goal is to end the homeless population of pets. We're a long way from that, but this is a small start and a step in the right direction towards that.
What are the biggest missions and goals here at HHS, and how much pride do y'all bring about the standard of care that y'all bring to each and every animal?
So us being a nonprofit, being a managed intake facility, we pride ourselves for having higher care than most of your animal shelters. Like I said, our goal is to end the pet homeless population, to end cruelty, the suffering of these animals. Them being out on the street is not healthy. It's not right. We're going to get them in. We're going to find them a new home.
What's the live out rate for here at HHS? And under those rare circumstances, why would that have to happen?
So I believe our live release is in the 96, 97%, 95%. That 5% is a multitude of things, but generally only comes down to two different things. A medical case where our medical professionals, our vet staff, believe that the quality of life of this animal is not good health-wise, so we opt for humane euthanasia for that. And then quality of life behavior issues. We can't adopt every animal out. If we take in strays, you're going to have that stray that's aggressive. We're going to give it a shot. Our behavior team is going to work with it. We're going to give it its fair chance. But in the end, if we decide that animal can't be placed in a home safely, then behavior humane euthanasia is going to be the outcome.
The surrendering of pets, how does that process go, and when is that the correct decision for someone?
So ultimately we want people to be able to keep their pets with them for a life. We have a program here called Pets for Life, which focuses on doing what we can to help these pet owners out to maintain these pets in their home. If the public reaches out to us, we can provide assistance by way of food, assisted vet care, and things like that. But the goal is to ultimately keep them in the home and keep these pets with their owners. For the chance that the owners simply can't take care of it, we do offer public intake. It's on an appointment basis only. Our appointments generally are backed up pretty good during this time of year. You're talking 3 to 4 to 5 weeks. But if you contact our intake department, our intake coordinators will get you set up and try to counsel you through that whole process.
If an animal is not ready for adoption straight away, a behavioral specialist will work with that animal to improve its behavior and work towards becoming adoptable.
Our goal is to improve their quality of life in the shelter and make them ready for adoption. Give them the tools to cope with being in the shelter, giving them places to have fun, and making them, overall just happier here in the shelter, and hopefully our efforts also help them in an adoptive home. We try to work on behaviors that normally adopters wouldn't really like, so they're prepared to go into a home. They don't show those behaviors in a home.
What's that process like from when they come in to where, y'all start working with them?
So when they first come in, we kind of assess to see if they are giving friendly affiliative behaviors with people. And if they aren't, we give them a couple days to decompress. We kind of work with them from a distance. And then once we feel it's safe for us to actually work like one-on-one, hands-on with the dog, then we start creating various behavior modification plans. Whether that be putting them in play groups or giving them extra time outside of the kennel, or literally just building up their confidence and trust.
How important is having, a behavioral department and giving every animal that comes in here a chance to, to get better no matter what background that they come from?
I feel like the behavior department is very important for various reasons. We know every single dog in the shelter, so when adopters come to adopt a dog, we can always match make, like, you want this dog, you want this kind of dog, oh look at this one's cat friendly or dog friendly or whatever they might want. And then helping them improve the quality of life in the shelter is very important. A dog diminishes, it's like a uphill and then it goes down. They're very, like, they get used to being in the shelter and then they just go down very quick, and it starts to affect them physically too after it hits them mentally. And so having a behavior team to give out enrichments and run play groups and just spend time with the dogs is crucial for shelter animals in general.
How rewarding is the work here, and then how much pride do y'all take in, the work y'all put into every animal?
I feel like it's very rewarding seeing a dog come in that's very scared, that somebody might label as aggressive, and then seeing the change that they have. And it's just really nice seeing a dog that you've worked with get into a really good home. I take a lot of pride in my work just because I work very hard for these dogs, and I'm very proud of the efforts that they've done and how much they let me push them into being the dog that they don't really show people that they are.
Fostering is a key experience at the shelter and is rewarding for any volunteer. Fostering opens up a kennel at HHS, and it provides a safe space for an animal in need.
Yeah, fostering allows us to double and triple our life-saving capabilities because we can only house so many animals here in shelter, where fostering allows us to place them in foster homes. We have a lot of pets that also can't survive in the shelter if they're under a certain age and they need more intensive care, or some of these dogs like you see behind me right here that have been living in the shelter for months and just need out for a week or two. What's really great about our foster program, we do provide all of the supplies, we provide the medical care for the pet, we have a clinic that does services for the animal, you'll just bring them for those appointments. We will network them for adoption, which means you can bring them up for meet and greets, and we have a variety of fostering opportunities, everything from puppies and kittens that maybe just need a week or two in the home to get a little bit bigger, or some of these dogs who just need a little bit of decompression time. Even if you only have the weekend available, come and take a dog for a sleepover over the weekend, get them out of the shelter. If you're able to commit a little bit longer, that's great, but there's a variety of fostering opportunities. We can find something for everyone, and it's a really fun experience.
If someone is interested in fostering, how would they go about that?
Yeah, you can go to our website, you can fill out an application, HoustonHumane.org, go under the volunteer tab, click fostering, you'll find a ton of information. You can also email us, foster@HoustonHumane.org.
Fostering, how does that just, increase the quality of life for these guys here?
Tremendously. What would you rather live in, a shelter or a home? So, our animals, they are very well cared for here, but it still doesn't compare to being in a home. And like I said, even if you can only offer it for a week or two, it's such a great experience for the person and such a great relief for the animals. It's actually been proven that animals who get periods of time out of the shelter thrive better and are less stressed, which means you have a happier dog, which is an easier to place up for adoption dog. It also allows us to get information about how that animal is in a home. Like maybe they love cats, love children, love going to the park. Maybe they prefer just lounge on the couch. So we can kind of get some more detailed information to match them with the best appropriate home.
How much hard work and dedication goes into, this work from each and every one of y'all here at the society?
From start to finish, it's a group effort. My team works a lot with our intake team because she knows the animals who are coming in, and sometimes we know immediately they're going to need foster placement. Everything to our medical team, the adoptions team, we all work together to make it run as smooth as we can to get these animals in and then quickly get them either placed into foster care or placed hopefully into an adoptive home very quickly.
The Humane Society staff cares about each and every animal in its care. No matter the background, they all receive the same great care from a staff that is making a difference in these animals' lives.
Yeah, so they come from a lot of places. They come from other shelters in need. They come from cruelty cases, owner surrenders. So like Sasha here, she came from another shelter. She came from a kill shelter in Galveston that is just municipal shelter. And then this is Cletus. He came from a cruelty case. Dash from the same. This is Demi, same case. Bluebird from a different cruelty case. So we have a whole lot of variety, but our dogs that were from the Rosenberg case specifically, like they come out all the time. They love other dogs. They love to play. we're very excited to be here.
What's the benefit of this program?
Yeah, the playgroups, they help everyone. They help with socializing, they help with helping dogs meet new friends, they can help with just getting a break from the kennel. The kennel is a really stressful place for a dog, so we'd much rather them be out here in the sunshine, playing with their other friends, than being up in their kennels every day. So it's just that. We've also had a lot of dogs, like the dogs from the cruelty case I'm talking about, the Rosenberg dogs. They were super fearful when they came in. They were fearful of people, they were fearful of things that you wouldn't expect them to be scared of, like carts or fans and stuff like that. But coming into playgroups helped them associate people with dogs, and they love their dogs. So it really helped us make friends with them that way too.
Houston Humane Society is a nonprofit animal shelter and clinic dedicated to and working towards ending animal cruelty, abuse, and overpopulation of animals while providing the highest quality of life.